All right, so today's story that we are going to be focusing on is called Arrow to the Sun. And Arrow to the Sun is a Pueblo Indian tale written by Gerald McDermott. And basically, just to some slight vocabulary or whatnot, it's a Pueblo Indian tale, and Pueblo is it means village in Spanish, and is used for to refer to people's particular style of dwelling. Um, the Puebloans they are Native Americans that usually reside in the southwestern part of the U.S. and they share common agricultural, material, and religious practices and whatnot. And they usually reside in Arizona. So basically, we're gonna read this book and ask a couple questions, to try to get some understanding of um, the point of the main idea of this story. So the name of the book is called Heir to the Sun, which is a Pueblo Indian tale by Gerald McDermott. Long ago, the Lord of the Sun sent the spark of life to earth. It traveled down the rays of the sun through the heavens and it came to the Pueblo. There it entered the house of the young maiden. In this way, the boy came into the world of men. He lived and grew and played in the Pueblo, but the other boys would not let him join their games. Where is your father? They asked. You have no father. They mocked him and chased him away. The boy and his mother were sad. Mother, he said one day, I must look for my father. No matter where he is, I must find him. So the boy left home. So let me ask y'all, what do you think made him want to leave home? Make him want to find his father?
He probably felt like the kids would stop picking at him and he would know background as to where his father was and why he wasn't with them.
Basically try to fit in, basically. They have their father, you don't have his. And what about you?
She took the answer from me.
Okay. So the boy went home. He traveled through the world of men and came to Corn Planter. Can you leave me to my father? He asked. Corn Planter said nothing, but continued to tend his crops. The boy went to Potmaker. Can you lead me to my father? Asked the boy. Potmaker said nothing. He continued to make her clay pots. So as you see, he went from one person, got nothing, went to another person, got nothing. So what does that automatically tell you about the boy? Like his character, what does that automatically tell you about him?
It shows that he's optimistic and determined.
He's persistent. He's not going to give up.
Okay. That's two good answers. Then the boy went to Arrow Maker, who was a wise man. Can you lead me to my father? Arrow Maker did not answer, but because he was wise, he said that the boy had come from the sun. So he created a special arrow. The boy became the arrow. Aramaker fitted the boy to his bow and drew it. The boy flew into the heavens. In this way, the boy traveled to the sun. Little illustrations here and there. So, by these illustrations, like what colors, like throughout the entire book, like what colors do you mainly see? Like what kind of, colors do you mainly see throughout the book?
I see yellow, orange, sunburst colors.
Lively colors.
Is there significance as to why these colors are, as to why McDermott wanted to have these special colors in the book?
Well, the title itself says "Arrow to the Sun," so of course, the sun is bright, and that's just what the boy's mindset is on, is to get the arrow to the sun. So most of the pages are going to be the colors that reflect on the sun. Just color, Mother Nature, and the sun plays a big role in those particular colors.
So how is the sun significant? Why does he want to get? What makes him want to get to the sun?
That shines the way to his father.
Okay, that's the best way to describe it. The sun is a bright light. So the sun, it will be symbolized like as a light to try to get to the place where, this is, try to lead him to the path to get to, his father. So that's the one of the best ways to play it out. When the boy saw the mighty Lord, he cried, "Father, it is I, your son. Perhaps you are my son." The Lord replied, "Perhaps you are not. You must prove yourself. You must pass through the 4 chambers of the ceremony: the kiva of lions, the kiva of serpents, the kiva of bees, and the kiva of lightning." The boy was not afraid. "Father," he said, "I will endure these trials." So by him just saying that one, like, "I will endure these trials," it automatically lets you know, I will do anything to find my father. I will do anything. Will do anything that
To prove that you are my father.
to prove you are my father. To prove that I'm trying to, get to him.
Yeah.
These those illustrations. So each page, there's 3 pages that does not have any words on it. So why do you think these pages don't have any words on it, first off? But just illustrations.
They want you to use your imagination to understand what's going to happen as he goes through these phases.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, since he has a goal, then the author or the illustrator tries to show, the readers of what's really going on in the boy's, I'll say goal.
Okay. Yeah. When the boy came from the kiva of light, and he was transformed, he was filled with the power of the sun. The father and his son rejoiced. "Now you must return to earth, my son, and bring my spirit of the world of men." Once again, the boy became the arrow. When the arrow reached the earth, the boy emerged and went to the pueblo. So as you notice, there's a difference. There's some bright colors, and then there's a black background. Is that symbolize anything? Why do you think they want to use these different colors?
Well, maybe because it's, the boy is now experiencing something different in his life. He's no longer striving to get the arrow to the sun, because he's found his father. So now he's at a different phase, I would say. I believe those colors represent just a different phase.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's been through dark times, but then he has some bright times.
Okay. The people celebrated his return in the dance of life. Okay, so that's the end of the book. So, if I may ask, if I may ask, what do you think is the main idea of the arrow to the sun? Like, what is McDermott trying to convey in this message?
What I got out of the story as a moral, I guess when you have when you're anxious of something, trying to gain clarity, then you'll go the extra mile. You'll make reasonable decisions to find that answer, and while you're in the process of finding that answer of something you believe, then along that way you'll gain the clarity, and then accurately you'll find that reason why and what persuade you to find that answer, because you decide to make a decision. So this, the son himself ended up, finding his father. He was determined.
Okay.
The path to the answer.
Okay, so those are good answers. So basically, the main idea, when you're persistent, and you should not allow anything to stop you from finding your destiny. So that's basically the main idea of the entire book. So he used this character to let us know how to go through different trials. So
Yes. So he was consistent and determined, and he was successful at the very end. And to succeed in anything, even if your situation may not be like the boys, but if you actually remain in an action that is beneficial for you, then success will end up following you, and you'll end up finding success, because consistency loves success.
all right, thank you all for your time.
You're welcome.